There are good and bad things about both drafts. The TB was a really effective pick. It's super high armor, so it makes TA carry weaker. He can block arrows with his illusions. Getting bursted by Beastmaster is not that much worry, unless he gets something like an axe. So yeah, the TB carry setup is really solid, but the tempo that Brame has can hit like an early timing. It doesn't take super long for TA to get online, and then he's going to be backed up by auras and all these other supplementary heroes, including Abaddon, who's going to hopefully offset these DK combos. So if they get ultra late game, yeah, TB's going to look really solid because he's going to undermine the TA the moment that that he gets Scotty and BKB. Basically, TA can't fight very well anymore. So that's what they're aiming to do, give TB a decent game so that he can get his important items up, and then that allows them to transition and defend, and then ultimately beat TA in the late game. So it just depends on tempo, basically. Who's going to do a better job, who's going to, overperform their lane, that kind of stuff.
Daro here in this middle lane did eat an arrow earlier, so gonna get chased away. It does force out the fairy fire, too, over on CM, so it's a pretty
That was really
nice
nice, though.
here.
Great that he pivoted to the mid lane instead of continuing on the path that he was going. Puck definitely would have ran him down.
Oh, the arrow! Oh, no.
Desire wants it. Oh, no, he's not going to get it, dude.
God, 17 hit
Needs
points.
one more hit. All right, 6 seconds to screw all the lanes. This is all that matters. Can he get the first blood? He's just going to die to the
yeah,
tower,
die to
maybe.
the tower. That's what I would assume. Still goes over to Desire.
I don't think he did that on purpose. I don't think he meant to get tower hit, but he stepped in the range just a little bit, so oh well.
The worms will have you.
Yeah, so my question to you then, like looking at the draft, like based off of draft alone, I feel like the aggression coming out from Brame should be pretty strong, especially given the way that their players enjoy playing the game. But they do have the Dragon Knight and the, oh, okay, this is the arrow. They do have the Dragon Knight and the Skywrath Mage combo that did so much work in game number 2. Is that gonna...
It's a very powerful combo, yeah. Is it going to be enough? Definitely. I mean, will it win in the game? Not sure, but it's a really strong combo. I think the Abba is a decent solution against it because even if you go in Abba, he can still be protected from his ultimate. And then if he's close to the right hero, then he can remove that initial stun. That's going to allow BKB usages, that kind of stuff. So if he's able to especially get like a Force Staff or something, and then he basically can save 2 people potentially, or 2 targets from these initiations. Aphotic Shield 1, Force Staff the other, that kind of thing. So I think the Abba is a good idea, but we've basically seen it evolve from game 1 to here. Game 1, Shadow Demon for defensive disrupt, didn't work out so good. Game 2, Bane, defensively Nightmare, worked okay. Didn't really save them in most cases. I think Abba's going to be the best of the 3, considering how survivable he'll be.
Vito with these big meld strikes over on Zibe. He's been doing a great job with that, and of course Spartan and this bottom lane, just, throwing the shield on himself and just running over at the off lane here. He's been able to secure a decent amount of farm here for Nobito.
Spartan loves playing these limits here. Oh, I saw 9.
Oh, it's so close. There it is. There it is. All right.
All right, Spartan fucked up real bad. He had shield. He didn't use it. Huge fucking mistake. Huge fucking mistake. Did not need to die there. He had a salve going. Unless he did it on purpose and wanted to come back. If that was the choice, okay, well, that's fine. But let me see. Does he pick up a salve as well? All right, he chose to die. I'm pretty sure he chose to die there.
Okay.
Legitimately. I'm pretty sure. Because he gets to bring
low
boots
anyways,
to his
right?
TA. And more regen for his TA. And he was low anyways. Yeah, it's just easier to get to kill this guy.
All right, well, top lane, Crystal Maiden. This is gonna survive this time around. Desire's just been hunting the CM here.
What do you think the cons are like there, Moxie? Where do you think this guy was like, die, you piece of shit! Like, don't shield! Bring me my boots!
I can't imagine him yelling like that, but it's possible. Just be like, oh, you're dead, dude. Just bring me my boots. I feel like it's more chill. I don't feel like it's that aggressive with the yelling. Why would you be yelling at your support like that?
I mean, I don't think I've ever told somebody to intentionally die just so I can get my items faster. I'll be like, oh, bring my items because you're dead. But I don't know if it's ever been the intentional like, okay, I know you burned us 9 sticks, but it's time to die.
Yeah, I've laned with you. You've never been like, yeah, just die. It's always been like, oh, well, you're dead. Bring me this when you come back to lane. So
yeah, Carry
pretty
is my,
wholesome.
my worst role. That's why I'm bad at it. Because I don't scream at my supports enough.
I'm glad you don't scream at your supports. That would be very unpleasant to play with you.
But then we'd win more, which
I don't
would be
know
more
about
pleasant.
that. I'm not sure if we'd win more. I think I would just get more stressed out. But mid lane, Thug doing some shenanigans here with the puck. Trying to go for the water rune, but did get chased. Oh, all right, into the breach. Very nice rotation here from Ari, going to ensure that Thug doesn't have any new fresh bottle charges.
Yeah, it was cool. And that's a boots rush here for the Scarlet Mage. Some guys opt for slightly different items, maybe like a null talisman or something, but this quick boots on Scarlet Mage helps him contest the rune and get back to his lane a bit faster. And this way he gets a fast arcane, so he'll be more of a lane spammer. So I like these small improvements and changes in Sky's builds over time. I like it.
He has changed quite a bit over the course of several patches, but seems to have found a decent positioning now, especially like we said, paired up with the DK. Just any massive amounts of magic that can get dumped on with the stun and the fireball seems just so good.
Yeah. I mean, his base skills haven't changed that much, and his items and stuff are kind of static, but for a long time I just didn't like Sky 4. I felt like it never really impacted that much, but these last couple months with the DK pairing, it just seems kind of unstoppable, and I'm not really sure what the big difference maker was, but maybe it's just DK got a lot better, for example, but yeah, Sky just feels really solid right now.
Has been a lot of fun just seeing, the way that people have been adjusting to the patch. We did have a couple changes. It was Spartan this time around. He's playing the Abaddon, but we have seen a lot of the supports in lane will pick up that headdress early, try to get that little extra bit of regen. Not seeing it this time around over on the Crystal Maiden, but again, more there for viewing the harassment, feels like, with this particular hero now.
Yeah, it seemed like the headdress thing kind of fell off the cliff, at least today, but for a couple days, it definitely seems very desired by some teams. Maybe it's a region thing, but I like this way of support better. Play your hero to its utmost. Don't spend 400 gold just to give your Terrorblade a ring of regen or 2 rings of regen. I can't imagine that's really that valuable.
Nice stun here from Supreme. Not going to be able to grab the rune though, so Thug will happily pick up the haste.
Radiant are scanning.
You can use this. Oh, he's just bottling up, I see. Decent win then. Get him low, force him to use haste early. That way he doesn't get used in a lane. Oh,
yeah, they scan
they glyph the
though.
creep wave.
They scan over on the side. They knew that they were there, but the bottom lane, Zibe, taking a lot of damage to slow. There it is. There's a kill for Nobito. This middle area was being contested, but 11 also now is not looking too great, as he is just going to get frostbitten and clicked down by Otakar.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nicely done. So good for the TB there, having a decent laning stage here. It's not very often you get kills as the TB these days, but it's got some nice buffs. That 30 bonus damage from meta level 1 definitely helps his laning stage go better, and then transitions into a nice kill with the power of CM with this excellent disable.
I didn't catch all that happened in that mid lane. We were watching the Underlord getting run at.
It's kind of like 2 people just headbutting each other repeatedly, and both of them almost dying, but nobody actually does die. They're like, why are we headbutting each other? It's kind of like that.
Got it. One person thinking that their head's just a little bit harder than the other.
Exactly. Nice contest of the stacked pull there by 11, so he's going to get some of his creeps back. But yeah, the Dragonite and the Puck, they kind of threw all their spells out. They glyphed creep waves to make sure that Supreme didn't get killed completely. His Dragon Blood levels are really high, speaking of which Supreme is kind of owning here. 49 and 13 for him versus Puck's 33 and 3. Not very often that Thug gets behind in terms of last hitting, but when he's got 4 points Dragon Blood, you just can't kill him.
That was a roar for a Crystal Maiden there. All right.
Lux, have you ever gotten melee range of an ice woman and then screamed in her face before?
No, have you?
Oh, no, I just thought there was a chance. You know, it's a non-zero chance. Some bad winter, some bad Halloween that happened or something.
I mean, I'll go outside and yell at the weather sometimes like a crazy person. I just get real mad that the air hurts my face because it's too cold, but it's mostly like that meme, the old man yells at cloud. All right, they'll use the Dream Coil in the middle lane. Nice arrow coming in to follow up, but he's fairly tanky here over on this Dragonite. He does have the double damage to turn back around. They'll kill Thug, and it looks like they might be able to get Spartan too. Indeed, they will. not quite enough damage to take out this Dragon Knight.
Radiant's middle tower.
That was a really good attempt. I mean, he stepped up just a little bit to get that damage on the tower, and Brame started teleporting the moment that DK stepped up, but with those 4 points in armor, it just took a lot here. Desire lands the arrow, they get the Starstorm, but I mean, that's just that's a level 5 Mirana. These 3 heroes together, it's really not that much damage. If that's a hero that isn't a Baden, some like 5 positioning hero that has nukes, like a Jakiro or something, maybe DK dies there. But Abba's damage output, especially as a level 4 hero, this is not his strength, so maybe not the best kill to attempt, frankly.
Clean up one of the illusions on the Terrorblade, and 11's going to back off.
No, Desire is building Spirit Vessel. If they have Vessel in that fight, absolutely they can kill DK. It's going to be really, really effective against this hero, but thus far, Supreme just doing a great job. He's keeping the pressure on. They haven't given Puck too many runes. They forced Puck to stay in his lane instead of go to side lanes and gank, which has been perfect. And the mid tower is just almost dead, which is, again, going to help out their team a lot, because then it's harder for Terrorblade to be ganked, because they've got to cross the map better, and it makes it easier for Into the Breach to take these fights. So as long as, like, DK is the guy that's getting targeted, they're pretty happy with this outcome, because keep in mind, most of DK's value right now in patches is all about his, like, blink stun. Well, right now, his tankiness has been a huge advantage, because even if he gets gone on, his team's going to back him up.
Seems to be the issue here, is they do have the Skywrath Mage nearby to help babysit Supreme just in case, but 11 does manage to finish off the tower in the top lane. It's been interesting though, like you said, he's very tanky, and these supports can only do so much, because they tried to bring the gank to him early on, they failed, and then they smoked up again, but they figured, yeah, we could go back to mid lane, but what can we really do other than just slow him down a bit? So
yeah, they can't really touch him. They're throwing attacks at him, but every time he's trading hits with his opponents, he's bringing Puck to half HP, and he's losing 15 or 20% of his life, so it's not feeling the best. On the bright side, at least the TA is still having a pretty good game. Her net worth is high, tied up there with 11, so it's really not that bad. And they kind of crushed they didn't crush Underlord, but Zibe had a tough laning stage, got pressured a lot by the TA, so both Puck and Underlord having a little bit under average performance, but they will transition nicely either way with the tower pressure.
you can see already that the TA realizing, all right, 11's taking the top tower. It's time to start moving out, because I have a feeling they're going to make their moves towards the bottom, and that indeed is what's happening. But they are pushing pressure now over here on this mid lane, so as much Supreme can do. Rest of the side of Into the Breach, though, they have smoked up, and they are coming to defend. This is very important. Oh, the puck? Yeah, it's a nice grab there with that Petamouse, followed up with the silence. So they will protect this tower and get themselves a kill out of it, too.
Can they get more?
They went for the Moonlight Shadow, so don't think they have the vision.
Yeah, they do not. Good defense, though. Good attempt at cheesing the tower, though, with the with the Dark Troll. It's a good way to help offset this tower advantage that they were about to get. But yeah, with the silence landing on Puck, that made the fight not feel so good. So kind of a big mistake there by Thug getting caught. But even game still. And the safe lane for Brame is still defended. Obviously, they'd rather exchange keeping their mid alive, considering how it helps with Roche pressure and stuff. But for now, Into the Breach just holds their positions, keeps Supreme in the mid lane. His blink is, sitting on the courier. I love this. Doesn't want to reveal that it's here, because they might want to make a kill happen when Sky ulti comes off cooldown. That's what's going to happen now. Sky probably meets up with DK. They smoke, they go to kill. What if the courier spotted it when it first flew in? Not sure, but let's see what they can get with this this stun combo. What they would love to kill Templar Assassin.
Look at this positioning here. All right, there it is. There's the blink, the frostbite, and the flare. And they even go for the dance of the Crystal Maiden on top of it. Wow, all right. That was maybe a little overkill.
I mean, that's exactly what they were hoping for. And they didn't lose much at all for that. I mean, that was basically Sky spending his mana. That's the only big detriment to that little engagement. Dragon Knight didn't even have to use ulti, so now the combo continues. For the rest of the game, it's all the old stun Sky follow-up. And having CM there certainly helped a bit too. And in the meantime, TB still heading creep, so he's going to get slightly ahead of TA in the meantime. And again, as we talk about the ultra late game, TB is going to be more powerful than TA once he gets Scotty timing, once he gets his Manta. Just a lot of good things going for TB. Kind of interesting, no, what's it called, Dragonlance on TB. Feel like we see it almost every game of this game. Not bothering for it. Not too worried about outranging his opponents. Maybe that's because they've already been successful at taking towers. He's just trying to get Manta as fast as possible so he doesn't have to worry about silence.
All right, the follow are not going to be quite enough to get rid of 11, plus they had the shield with the Frostbite coming into play, and Zippy will finish off 11. Seemed like for a moment that shield was going to be enough, but with the rest of the side of Into the Breach jumping in, that was a little close for Thug. Maybe a little too close for his liking, but of course does have that orb to just jump to.
Oh, this is why Thug got caught earlier. He just bought boots now. He tried to rush the Witchblade, which I think in a normal situation you wouldn't do. But because they have some damage issues with their support duo, I think it made some sense to get it faster. Hasn't necessarily paid off, but maybe that's why he got stunned in the mid lane earlier, because he was just a little bit too slow. But he's got the boots now, and it's definitely some needed damage. And the shield, okay, maybe 11 still died there, but it definitely did help a lot against the DK combo, so should still be fine here. But DK's got 2,000 gold in the bank. His shard is being bought the second it comes off the press, so their gank potential is still going to be high.
It's still a little bit longer for this Desolator. Do have the Dragon Lance, though, on the Templar Assassin, the Treads, and a Bassi, so we'll be able to... Oh, no, they're in the pit right now. Supreme waiting outside.
Bringing the shard now. That shard's going to be so good here if it gets in time, but it's dying fast.
Zibe has an
They don't know how low.
Too. The puck is nearby. Thug in position.
Ooh, they got the Centaur killed as well. That's really nice. All right, he just grabbed a new one. It literally didn't matter.
They don't know that, though, yet. Got a passive shot. Yeah, waiting. Jump forward here from Supreme. Not quite going to line up properly, though, as they get a nice roar. Should be able to put out the damage over onto Zibe. For the back line, though, it's a good Crystal Maiden ulti. It's going to force everyone away. Spartan's ultimate proccing, as they'll throw the axes over at Kitaro. They don't have the Underlord here, though. So throw out the silence. Supreme jumping forward, sees Thug. The arrow, though, coming in, and the Starfall will connect. They end up killing Thug. Supreme, they do have that Spirit Vessel charge over on the DK. And it just, they want to go in here. They just can't quite finish off. As now Otakar joining into the fight. This makes things a bit more difficult, especially not having the puck to be able to get that vision to dodge around. So it looks like Brame will back off for the time being.
Okay. I mean, TB basically just didn't come because he didn't have meta. As he walked up there, he was 5 seconds left on cooldown, so it was finally time for him to show up to the fight. But great plays by Into the Breach, I feel like. The ways that they covered each other, they put the fire down when the Underlord gets gone on, the CM ulti forces Brame to disengage. They haven't been able to take super clean fights. And Puck tried desperately to kill the CM there, wasn't quite successful and paid for it with his life, so. But Roche at half HP. The other issue is that they don't have the Deso yet on TA, so maybe tried to force it a little bit early here. They have Deso, maybe it dies, maybe they commit to it because
coming out now.
Focus's damage would have been enough. All right. Very needed. Now they will force it, I guess.
Yeah, they also have the Moonlight Shadow this time around, too, so they could try to... Oh, there's a little bit of a wrapping play here. The Dragon Knight and the Skywrath Mage, the dynamic duo, waiting patiently outside of the pit. They'd have the blink needed. The always pointed out. Casual arrow tossed. Trying to get the vision. There's the Moonlight Shadow, so will they try to get this pick off? Feels like they want to. They do have a... Alright, Supreme, feeling himself.
With the ward getting placed down, they already know they're there, so they're just going to take it back.
Alright, well, Brame will continue to farm up near the Roche pit. They definitely would love to get back in there, especially considering that Roche sitting, you know, not that low any longer, but they have the Deso. This is the time. And, oh, is that a double damage outside the pit?
I think this Roshan is going to get way overconfident, though, because he's like, oh, I'm so strong, they can't kill me. And then they're actually going to go on when they win a team fight. He's going to get absolutely blown up. DD, Deso TA, yeah. Yep. Like, how you think you can defeat me? It's like battle number 2 with the boss right now.
All right, well.
He didn't last long.
No, he didn't. That's the Aegis, though, online now for Nubito. And the tempo is about to ramp up, I have a feeling, now that the Deso and the Aegis are in play.
You know, even though that was an Aegis win for Brame, I think that was amazing for Into the Breach. Because think about the tempo difference, right? If TA gets that like 2 minutes earlier, Brame starts playing the map with that, potentially pressuring the Terrorblade Odeker and getting kills on him. But instead, he gets 2 more minutes to farm very comfortably, and now he's even closer to Scotty. He's only about 2,000 gold away.
Yeah, I was about to say that he's a little bit ahead of this TA. Not by much, but that feels pretty good to be this this Terrorblade. And I have to say, Odeker has been very, very good at finding the farm, no matter what the situation is. Game number 2, he struggled quite a bit with the Alchemist, but he's still able to catch up. And I think he overtook at one point as well. But the Bling picked up
standard Alch stuff, but still very good,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So the aggression is about to get amped even further. Vito just needs to be careful he doesn't dive too hard, should the position happen, but we'll continue to poke away over at the tower.
Yeah, Zippei's got to be the one to defend these. It's definitely the safest thing. But this is kind of a cool thing about the Into the Breach draft, actually. They can combo Underlord with Sky as well. It doesn't have to be Dragon Knight. Maybe they'd have a little bit low damage in that case, but there are multiple options. And having the Pit of Malice against Beastmaster summons is really good against TA, against Puck. Excellent stuff. And Atrophiora also very effective there, too.
Into the Breach doing a good job of kind of staying off the map. They'll push out the waves, sit off to the side, and they are smoked on the side of Brame. So they will see Supreme. It's fairly tanky. They'll go for the Dream Coil. It will snap. Back lines here. Puck joining into the middle of everything. The roar comes out. That's a dead Supreme, but this is looking like a dead Thug as they get the combo off here over onto the side, holding in place with the Mystic Flare. Nubito, though, he's doing a lot of damage. Kadaro does manage to zone pretty well. Jump forward, though, coming over Desire. He's not going to make it through the gate. The plate has left. I am sorry, Crystal Maiden. You will need to find another flight.
It was a good try. He held that. He really likes holding the ultis this game. It's like, this is the only way to defend myself. It worked okay. They killed the big dragon. They killed Puck. I think they're relatively happy with that. Sucks that Dragon Knight died, though, because he's pretty close to BKB. He just got a little cheeky grabbing the illusion rune there.
But on the flip side of this, it bought enough time here for Odegaard to finish up that Scotty. And that's a big item for him.
That's true. Oh, he's got to finish. That's really good. And he ends up getting Dream Coiled just barely with the smoke from Brame. Some great damage if they have a Glimmer or a Force Staff. Dragon Knight probably lives there. CM is building built Drum of Endurance. Not necessarily sure I agree with that, actually. Wonder if he should have gone the Glimmer or the Force. One of those 2 items definitely would have saved Dragon Knight. Either one of them would have done it, but it's a lot of hair.
Wait, is he going to put the glasses back on his head, though? These are things I need to know. Now I'm never going to know. Never gonna know.
Hope he wins so we can ask him.
Yeah, there you go. Or he puts them on when they win, right? That'd be dope. Thug hiding in the tree line.
Good attempt there. They're hoping he'd show in the creep wave, but when his orb came out, Supreme went for the guess and unfortunately wasn't quite perfect. Now he's gonna cut the creep wave.
Oh, there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm confused. Was that backwards or forward?
That did seem like a reverse gift to me. Supreme's still looking for Puck here. He's like trying to spite breathe fire on him. Smell my breath.
It's very dragon versus dragon.
Take us.
Wow, they just literally just sat there. All right.
Yeah.
Sends it back around. Hide in the tree. Does have the bling. Yeah, it's just dodging around. Yeah, that's going. He's pushing the hair back there. So that's nice of them. They paused for us so we can.
They're adjusting their hair.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I understand that. I too have quite a lot of hair. Which always makes Ted very, very mad at me whenever I mention that. Oh, yeah, Period Flex does not like when I mention I have a lot of hair. It's like, why do you always do this, Foxy? Well, we're really tidying up today, though. I like this. Very clean gamers, these Brame folk. And I think Zibe also was a very hydrated fellow with a giant aluminum bowl in the last one. I was laughing because I spilled like one of my drinks during game number 1 and the Into the Breach. I think it's Bryn who runs that account was just like, oh, so you don't approve of the way Zibe's drinking. And I was like, if I had done that, oh my God, I would have shorted out everything at the desk. Instead, I just sat in a puddle. Ugh.
I mean, a large container like that is a little bit detrimental because then it's just collecting all of the dust in the room, you know?
I don't think the bowl has been out that long. That like I don't think they just leave it.
How do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to ask if they win. I want to know if they don't win either. Yeah, I don't know. Did they run out of clean cups? Is that a thing?
I think the benefit really is that once you're done drinking it, you can pee back into it.
That's disgusting, Purge. Why are you telling me this? Oh my god.
Man,
I feel like I'm casting with Jenkins now.
Gamer pro tips. That's true. That was the Jenkins line for sure.
Jenkins would have talked about diapers or something, knowing him, but...
Disgusting.
Says the guy who... Never mind. Never mind. Let's focus back on the game.
Can't miss.
Yeah,
What? Can't miss your rod of Atos. I didn't mean to pick an item that sounded like a phallic symbol. Big mistake, but it's too late. Already said it.
Welcome to this very professional cast of the Lower Div Western Europe. Guys, we're so glad that you've joined us. All right, let's get back into this game. Got a 3K net worth lead going over to the side of Into the Breach. Oh, we have another pause. Seems like Desire's been having some difficulties with his internet connection recently, which is a bit unfortunate. Seems to be the person who keeps having to DC. Oh, hey, look at this. There are over 6,000 species of frogs worldwide. Scientists continue to search for new ones.
How long was that wait?
They just, I don't know. JJ's probably like, God, I got to give them something. I got to do something to get them off of this spiraling pit that they're headed down.
Guarantee Googled frog facts as soon as I talked about
toads are frogs.
Urinating.
The word toad is usually used for frogs that have been warty and dry skin.
That one's good.
I didn't know about that. I thought toads were different.
I did not know this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today we learned, everybody. All of us learned together. It's very wholesome. So wait, Frog and Toad, that book series now, is just literally frog and slightly bumpier frog. That kind of ruins it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, that person didn't know the science when they wrote a huge mistake.
Yeah. What can you do? All right, there we go. We are back. We have a blink dagger now on the Beastmaster. So we will have even more mobility coming out from the side of Brame, with the TA having a blink, the Puck having a blink, and of course now this Beastmaster. So very quick follow-up if necessary. There's gonna be the Waning Rift. Drums get popped on CM, but not looking too great here. She's moving faster for sure, but that's still getting clicked the entire time.
Did you see there's a timer above the Fiend's Gate now?
Oh, is there?
Beautiful. You can see how long it lasts.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Thug running for his lives here. Lives? Running for his life.
Running for his life.
Lives?
Nope. That would be if he had multiple lives. No, he's definitely not a cat. He's a fairy dragon. I know cats. You know I know cats. Roar coming out from 11. He's got a stone golem here. He's got plenty of damage, so Ari. Wrong place, wrong time.
Wish I'd learned how to read.
Wait, what? That's an actual line for Beastmaster? Beastmaster can't read?
That's a voice line doesn't get a lot of value. If that was a TI voice line, not a lot of purchases there. Oh, I did not see the top tooltip, did you?
It said something to the effect of dragon. It was Draconum, I believe.
Oh. They're talking about fairy dragons being cats.
I mean, if you've ever seen the film How to Train Your Dragon, it definitely seems like that dragon was very cat-like. But I don't believe that's canon for the dragon lore, but we're getting pretty weird here now in terms of topics.
You know what I like? 4 staffs on Marana when you're up against a DK Sky combo. That's a good one. You push your ally, you don't know where he's going, but wherever he is, he's not in the Mystic Flare, so he should live. That part's cool. Sky's actually going to Nags this game. Just bought the point booster. Once again, bought the Wraith Band. Still mega down for this, especially against the TA. Hell yeah. Now you will be 0.8 shot instead of 0.5 shot. That means you die either way. But the Wraith Band will help.
Look at those Wraith Bands. I was about to say.
Oh, CM bought one too?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of Wraith Bands queued up.
You know, I think for CM, I would prefer she just buy a Ghost Scepter. I don't like this one as much. Because CM can actually defend herself, you know? Sky cannot. Sky, like, once she gets got on, you're basically dead. CM can be like, Ghost Scepter, Frostbite, walk away, you know? That's why I feel like the Ghost would be better there.
All right, that's fair. But the tower in the mid. going to get...
Put it out of its misery. Somebody do it.
I don't know. I feel like that's about... Oh, there's a...
Oh, see?
I was about to say there's a creep headed over there. He's ready to finish the job.
Tower is under attack.
Someone was going to do
Give
it.
that granite golem a raise.
He died at the hands of his enemies. Huge mistake.
All right. Well,
Shadows take us.
continued pressure here. So they'll go for the Moonlight Shadow on the side of Brame.
Dire's bottom
They've
tower
got an
is
illusion in
under
the pit
attack.
from into the breach. Keeping tabs on this Roche.
Seems like Brame just about split pushing for a while here. Looking
Ooh,
for
there's
these
a-
like,
there's a
pickoffs if
courier.
they can get them.
Dire's bottom
They're,
tower
it seems like they're in cheese mentality. I mean, we're getting to that late game position where the TB seems really hard to deal with. I mean, he's got Scotty. He's got a Butterfly. TA does not have MKB yet. They cannot fight right now, period. So 11 doing what Beastmaster and Summon Heroes do best, and that's split push.
They just get an
Golem
enchanted
does end up dying.
Always a nice
Oh, that's
pick.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Who got it?
The Puck. Puck picked it up. And I believe the TA
Oh,
is
that-
still holding on to the,
Okay.
was it the sliver.
I almost wonder if they should put it on the Puck. I guess he's almost got MKB, so it's fine. In which case, Quiver on Puck is good too. I mean, he gets True Strike with Witchblade, so it's a little bit redundant, but the extra attack range is quite good on Puck though. So, I don't know, it's probably fine. He can apply Witchblade pretty easily this way, whether it's on a support or somebody else. Thug's still trying to catch up. His impact is certainly less than we normally see on a Puck, but if you have a bad early game, this is kind of the reality of your life. Not to mention that just a lot of the heroes on the enemy team are quite tanky. He doesn't get these like easy pickoffs. It's not simple.
Diving a bit here into the base. They do have the Roche up though, so you can see that Otkar was focused on that. Spartan is just going to try to teleport away though. Should be able to manage it. And they're just going to continue the slaughter over on Zibe. So they force the TPs. This is what I believe Brame was hoping for. Looks like 11 might get left behind as the rest of the team is here, but they did slow down this Roche. So they can definitely send
really
this
good.
TA right over there with her MKB, with her Deso.
Oh. She's going to try to take it. Meld Strike coming now.
Yep.
Okay, JK.
Well, I mean, she did
Yeah.
melt strike it. You weren't wrong there,
She did.
but yeah, I think
they're
it's a little
running
too
straight
scary.
back,
It's
though.
too scary.
Under attack.
Yeah, there's no way he would have killed it in time.
The question is, do they try to make a cheeky play with Puck? That is a possibility, but
Split pushing is maybe better. Unfortunately for them, the illusion push up bot lane really well, so Puck doesn't get to hit buildings in the meantime. But Spartan's going in.
Spartan's going in again. He wants it, but look over onto the side. Desire was hoping maybe. What's happening? What's going on in the pit? It's still going to be the Aegis going over to Otakar. They'll end up losing Desire. They tried, and Spartan will also fall here.
Middling try there, I gotta say. They didn't put their bodies directly over Roche, so I think Spartan might not have been stunned there. Maybe got frostbitten, and that's why he didn't get on top of it, but they weren't able to get directly below Roche as it died. Let's take a look once again.
They had the vision.
His
They
ulti
stunned him
popped
with the
about
dragon.
here.
Yeah. Jump in from
He
Desire.
kind of just got, he sort of stood still a little bit there. Didn't get on top of it. Didn't get the Aegis. Lose 2 kills. But I mean, this is tough. Yeah, there we go. He's ready to play now.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. Is that XQC? Is that what just happened? Am I wrong? I don't even know. Sorry, guys. Don't watch enough Twitch streams. Pretty sure that's them. They do look similar.
Okay.
All right, 11 getting a pick off there. Picking off the CM.
Whoa.
We just
Okay.
learned something.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Puck
did.
almost died. Oh, so when you fiend gate, you can fiend gate while you're dream coiled, is what we found out. Because the moment TB came out, he was snapped. So should that be fixed?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Radiant are scanning.
It seems like one of those things that shouldn't be able to be done. You know, because usually like dream coil prevents you from doing movement-based things.
Yeah, like you can't
movement-based abilities. So-
teleport usually. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting. You could see some different, like, maybe you won't die if you get through the Fiend's Gate, even if the snap, but then it also keeps you. I don't.
It's fine. Whatever. Not a big deal. It was not very impactful in the moment.
It's interesting though.
Here he comes.
Yeah, just
And
bam.
pop, snap. Yep. Exploded effectively. Puck basically doing his best to slow it down. Either way, it still kind of accomplished his goal, right? TB was not able to go look for kills when he went through. TB's now got a Satanic, by the way. His net worth is still pretty close to what TA's playing with. TA Shard. Nothing really new since the MKB.
Seems like the tempo's slowing down just a little bit right now. Although, as I say that, Thug just jumps in after Kadaro. Lincolns will get popped, though. Spartan there with the shield, but there's a Mystic Flare, and that's going to end up being a dead Thug, as now Spartan has to get out of there as fast as he can, but it's not looking great for him because there's too many heroes. It does open up the ability, though, for the side of Brame to take the top tower. So while all 5 heroes are focused on Spartan, they do manage to take down the tier 2.
Just a little early on the aphotic shield. Should have held it for the DK stun in hindsight, but he knew Puck was in trouble, so he's like, whatever, I'll give him a little bit of shield, but ultimately it was about removing the DK stun that might have saved him. But I do like that Puck is being aggressive on these side lanes and trying to get some stuff done, because it's basically preventing Into the Breach from taking these 5-on-5 fights, so we know they're going to be stronger at. TB is going to crush these engagements. Like, can you kill this guy? Probably not. You can't really chain them outside of like Roar plus super long arrow, and even then you'd have to be hitting him with everything you've got on your team to kill him in the meantime. So they just don't want to have to take a straight up fight, because they know they're going to lose that aspect. They're not far ahead enough to do so. So split pushing is their job, and even if it leads to some deaths like this, it still gives them a chance at winning the game, especially now that the top tower or the top lane is also unlocked, because now they can split push both sides of the map. Into the Breach is going to have to run back and forth trying to make stuff happen. And that's going to be a lot harder for them to catch their opponents due to the split waves. Oh no, not the ancient frostbitten golem and his time warp aura. Hide top. It's gone forever.
We'll hold a visual for him later.
Yes, that was a 10% cooldown reduction aura.
Do have a Force Staff now completed for Spartan, so even if he goes a little bit too early with that aphotic shield, we'll be able to try to give his Puck a little nudge out of the Mystic Flare. And there it is. There's the Ag Scepter completed for the Skywrath. Can you read to me every single thing that it does? Because it's a long
Arcane
list.
Bolt upgrade. When Skywrath Mage casts Arcane Bolt, a different random target within 700 range will be hit by the same ability. Heroes take priority. Concussive shot. When Skywrath Mage casts... No, I'm not good.
I
we
don't
bought
want...
Shard, though. That's cool.
Okay, all right, that is pretty cool.
Nobody buys Shard. It is good, though. It's giving him 1 armor. Especially against the TA, actually. It's a perfect game for it. You spam them abilities, you get armor, and you don't get one shot. Makes his Wraithband good.
Oh, the pressure is on now over here in this bottom area. They've taken the tower, got the meta up. The Aegis does get reclaimed, but Into the Breach are more than happy to continue to just finish off these buildings and walk away, and they lost nothing.
Yeah. This was a consequence of killing the Puck and the Abba earlier. They were able to push out this entire creep wave, get the tier 2 tower, and force the tower down. Very happy for them. Finally getting Arax on the map and limiting the rat a bit, because that was going to take a lot more to push out these creep waves. And frankly, against Puck, that's actually pretty detrimental, because he doesn't have the most AoE.
All right, well, they did manage to find Supreme. He was EKB'd up, but they had the roar and they had the damage, so they will end up getting a
Barely.
pick-off. Barely, yeah.
I mean, really, that was the Time Warp aura that guaranteed that kill, really.
All right. Look at this. The Fiend's Gate comes out. Gonna protect Otaker the most that they can. Go for the Thunder Play, but Nobito's here, and there's a decent amount of damage, but yeah, the drag over Zibe. He's performed his function. He has kept this Terrorblade alive, so he is going to have to be the sacrifice. Oh, and they give him the Wraith Pack here, too.
You know, he thought that he was gonna die if he tried to go back, if he BKB'd and went back through. I wonder if he maybe would have made it. It was a good try, though. Basically drops the ultimate whenever somebody gets ultied by Puck and says, like, all right, get the hell out of there, don't die. But, yeah, they didn't have meta anyway, so no way they could take that fight there. So finally, Brame getting a good engagement. That was really nice that they picked off the DK, but also finding an extra here on top of that. Really good catch there by Thug.
Yeah, this opens up quite a bit here for them. The Science gets placed over to the Puck, but Vito taking advantage. Gonna try to rip apart this tower because they don't have to worry about the Firestorm coming off of this Underlord. The DK is gonna be back up though very soon. So you have to be a bit careful. The roar though, perhaps they can finish off the Terrorblade. This would be very, very big if they could. And there
They
it
got
is.
him.
They do manage to take him down. He does have buyback. But in comes the DK. These BKBs are about to wear out. They have to be careful. Supreme getting the jump forward there. There's a Mystic Flare being tossed out. As now Nubito taking too much damage. They'll lose Spartan. They'll lose Nubito. And they will push down this middle lane here on into the breach. They did buy back on the Terrorblade this time. So you have that to be a little bit concerned about.
Had to rely on the refresher roar to guarantee the kill on the TB, but with his death, they have some options now. He doesn't have BKB, keep in mind, so he wasn't that close to surviving. He could have like removed the silence with Satanic or something, but Fifi continues to be greedy. Not another ancient frostbitten golem, no.
They're just falling like flies. Are they an endangered species now? Should we make a
They're
PSA?
ancient, yes. They don't just grow. They don't just randomly appear on the map every 60 seconds. Moxie, they gotta live a long life to become ancient.
Only you can prevent the death of the ancient frostbite golems.
And their time warp aura. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's important. That is important. All right, Sarah, doing a little bit of cutting.
If they have a time warp aura, does that mean that are they truly ancient? Or have they just been warping time to make it seem like they're an ancient?
How would they warp time to make them seem like they're ancient?
Radiant's middle tower.
Well, if they can warp time, clearly they're. Are all ancients called ancients? Is that all it is?
I
They all
don't.
say the name ancient.
I mean-
Ancient Black Dragon, Ancient Rumblehide, Ancient Thunderhead. It's a new thing I've learned about Dota. They're
Very
all called
important.
ancients.
Very important. That could
Yes.
show up one day in one of those like Dota quiz shows, you know?
Yes. What is the one word that all ancient creeps have in common? It's gonna be a really difficult question.
This is why you don't make those quizzes.
Yes, I just complain when they're bad. My usual style.
I think that if they're an ancient creep and they warp, perhaps they're from the past, but they have the ability to travel to the future.
Okay.
That would make the most sense out of a nonsense sort of situation, but you know, whatever.
You know what does make sense? That these ancient frostbitten golems and their brethren, they're really fucking ugly. That's what I'll say.
That's
They are
cruel.
not
Maybe they're
attractive.
very handsome by their standards.
Go look at them. They're truly not.
All right, you don't have to shame them, Purge. Come on now. Yeah, they're you know, they're not conventionally beautiful.
They're. It's not. It's not. Those are underbites right there. All right.
Okay, all right, middle lane. Supreme wandering towards the side of Brame, though. Moonlight Shadow across the area.
Radiant's top
They got
tower
refresher
is
again, so TB's got to be careful how he approaches these fights.
Yeah, the Rosh is
He doesn't
back
have
up.
Blink Dagger either, so even getting into the fight, making things go the way he wants can be tough. He's got Trickster Cloak though, so
Okay.
pretty survivable against the Magic Burst.
Another double damage though here for this Templar Assassin. Rosh is going down quickly. Okay, Thug gonna poke, gets the silence down. They gotta finish this off, and they
Nicely
have
done.
it. They finish it off just in time. There's a refresher shard picked up.
Ooh, I'm sure they were really hoping for Ags there, but refresher shard's okay. Who do they give it to? To Beastmaster, of course. So you can triple roar people. But if they got Ags, then they slap that shit on Abaddon.
Oh, yeah.
And they're feeling much better because then they can just keep somebody alive constantly with Mistcoils. He doesn't have
top tower.
Holy Locket, so maybe it would just offset most of the damage instead of all, but still would have been really good.
It's lucky for Into the Breach that they did not get the Ag shard done. Not shard, the Aghanim's Blessing.
At least until these extra roars come out. But again, the game becomes a bit of a poke here and there, looking for these opportunities to find these pickoffs that they need. Net worth of the TA is still comparable.
Roar, immediately over onto this Dragon Knight. They'll pop the BKB over onto Nubito. Just have to be careful though, because they're doing a decent amount of physical damage on this this Terrorblade Spartan. Popping the ultimate, 11's gonna refresh. He's gonna wait patiently here. He's looking for the roar. We'll be able to land it over onto the Terrorblade. Now Nubito has to run away. He doesn't have the BKB anymore. Force Staff coming into play, which is pretty nice. They'll be able to throw out the Frostbite. They've got the Atos. Desire trying to slow them down just a little bit. Look at these Scotty hits though. Moonlight Shadow will come back into play as the side of Brame will just evacuate as fast as possible. Spartan, he was hoping he could finish off this Crystal Maiden, but won't be able to. Does have buyback.
She's got a Wraithband. Terrible decision. How are you going to kill her? Way too much armor. Really nicely done there by the Terrorblade to make it hard for Beastmaster to get roars off. They basically started the fight. I think going on to DK is it's certainly a choice, but I don't know if it's a good one because it's just so hard to kill. Like you roar him one time, right? And I'm like sitting there looking at the Beastmaster. Is he gonna roar him 3 times? Surely this is bad. He didn't even roar him 2 times because he's like, this is bad. Surely chain stunning the dragon at 800 to 0 is not going to feel so good for our squad. So they're kind of like half committed as a result. Then they tried to pivot into like, oh, let's catch the Terrorblade instead. Then all of a sudden Otaker's like, spam as many illusions as possible so it's even harder to roar me. They did roar the correct one, but there's like 7 other illusions there or something. Like you can't fight into that very easily. So Brame kind of tries to poke and take the fight, but it wasn't really the best go, and it kind of put them in a bad spot where they couldn't fully commit, unfortunately.
I mean, they were just sitting in all of that fireball all over the ground too. Like it just was a very awkward positioning, trying to make their way across. So very nice fight here for Breach. They continue to show that they have a lot of physical damage online. Now that's getting later and later.
They do have Dream Coil Pierce's magic immunity finally, so that'll be really nice. I bet you can still go through the Underlord ultimate though.
What if you didn't though?
Didn't go through it, or we're not able.
What if you weren't able to? What if with the update with the Dream Coil you can't make it through?
TB's got so much freaking armor. He's got 43 armor here. Plus he's got 48% evasion. There's an MKB on the TA, but like he's pretty tough to get cleaned up at this point. They're Googling frog facts, I'm sure. That's why there's a pause.
I mean, we have had some pretty excellent frog facts. Toads, not really frogs. Oh, sorry, toads are frogs, sorry. Not separate from frogs.
Correct. It's a less wet version of a frog.
And more lumpy. That's a frog.
There he is. Everyone's favorite frog.
That's not a frog.
Ugly frogs. Some frogs are ugly.
I feel like the ugly frogs aren't the dangerous frogs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The shiny, like, fancy frogs are the dangerous ones that have the venom.
You might be right. I don't know enough about frogs to.
Well, typically in nature, the
answer that
brighter
confidently.
color that something is, in terms of amphibians, they tend to be nature's warning of, like, don't mess with this guy. He is going to mess you up.
I see.
Yes.
Radiant's
Just learning
middle
all sorts of
tower
things
is under
today
attack.
about frogs. Okay, we've got a gem on Zibe. We've got the rest of the crew making their way over here to this bottom lane. They know that Thug has been clearing out waves, and they're hoping perhaps they can find him. But looks like they will not be fruitful. Not here, not now, but Otakar also, with that Trickster Cloak, gonna join the bottom area.
Yeah, they're just sticking together because they do not. Ooh.
Look at Ari.
Oh, I
Ari.
just realized how
Oh, they're
close
so
Thug
close.
was.
They're so close. Taro?
Oh.
Oh, they're just. Oh
Oh
my
I
God.
thought for sure they were gonna spy each other that time.
All right.
That would have been spooky. I don't know. Thug probably could have survived, but if he gets caught by the silence, that's where it's bad. But he's got Lincoln, so he was probably gonna be fine. He's basically just hiding out here to choose when to go for a creep wave when it feels safe, but he's making assumptions based on what he can see on the map. But he just didn't see anything for a while, so he didn't feel comfortable going for a creep wave.
Supreme and Desire having a little bit of a standoff here in the woods. But Supreme will just focus on clearing up the creep wave. The rest of Into the Breach moving together pretty tightly. Another Moonlight Shadow gets used. They'll creep across the river now. Find themselves Nubito. Spartan rejoining. Just be careful, is walking right underneath the sentry right now. Got the silence over onto the Crystal Maiden. See Thug poking a little bit here with that orb. Desire on the back lines to get silence. We'll pop the Wraith Pact.
Trying to get their easy pick-offs here with the CM
Thug?
kill, but
All right,
still hard.
That's a BKB.
Is under attack.
Brame doing a great job
Supreme
here
wants more.
poking. Supreme does want more, and he is very tanky, and it looks like Brame, they're just gonna back off. Fiend's Gate's gonna get dropped to silence with that TA trap.
Radiant's
Going to
middle
make sure
tower
that
has
Supreme
fallen.
can't get that lockdown out for the time being. They're just dodging around on the side of Brame. They do not want to take this 5v5.
Yep. Not directly, at least. Puck got lots of gold, pushing out the bot lane. This is pretty fine. think for Brame as a whole, it takes a little doing to kill the creeps, but
11's like, nope, 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 nope. Pops BKB. Nubito actually popping up there, but this is not the fight that they want to take. Forcing out Nubito says, get out of there. Oh no, but there's a follow-up. Another Force Staff though coming into play. We'll be able to keep Nubito alive a little bit longer. Silence. Spartan taking so much damage from Otakar though. He's got to get out of there. See the traps getting popped. The axe is being tossed. Just trying to get them off of this building. It's so hard though. It has reached that point. We're just so scared. Okay, nice roar coming into play. They'll go for the refresh. Nubito popping the BKB, throwing out the arrow. Another roar coming in. The jump in. Do they have enough damage to take down this TP though fast enough? And it's not looking like they do because they're just losing people left and right. The buybacks coming out from Brame as 11's just going to get clicked down. Gem on the ground. Thug trying to get them out of the base, but they're just so tanky.
Desire just keeps meeting up with Skywrath Mage with these arrows. That's the second one. Oh man, the roars were very powerful there against TB, but he just has so much freaking armor, and he bought a heart too. Definitely paying some dividends in that last fight. Puts his boots in his backpack, grabs the heart, and he's pumping out 90 HP per second to make his likelihood of dying even lower here. He just doesn't even think the BKB is worth it, which does make some sense, right? Because it's mostly physical damage, it seems like, plus the roars. Those would cut right through BKB, so he just said, I want to get as tanky as possible. And that's why he stayed alive in that fight. Got them another rack.
I don't know how they kill some of these guys on the side of Into the Breach at this point. Like, we've got the Dagon pick up over onto Puck. You know, Nubito has been trying for sure, but it's just becoming so difficult to cut through their armor. Now Supreme has an overwhelming blink, so it's going to be even scarier when he approaches. I don't know, Purge.
I would have really liked to see him go the man to build this game, actually. I think Gunnar has convinced me. If you're in this like ultra late game scenario in DK and you already have X, like definitely get the upgrade. I mean, overwhelming blink is great for like interrupting blink daggers against like Puck and stuff too. But I feel like with Manta, they'd be able to control the map so well because there's still a lot of map play where he could like use his ulti, send his illusions around, and spot heroes. You know, just fly them onto cliffs and stuff, and look for opportunities to initiate. I think those are decent options, but it's a small criticism. He's probably not watching NADPC, unfortunately.
It's
or
so
he just
fun,
likes the overall
though.
main blink. It is fun. Yeah, we get to see lots of fun heroes.
Seen a lot of interesting builds and different drafts with. I mean, we're seeing that in general, right? With the Marcy now being added into the captain's mode. So
fuck Marcy, she's too good. Way too good. Dislike playing against her.
It's fun to watch
her as long as
exactly.
I'm not getting tossed back. It's like, oh, I'm slightly out of position one time. Zip throws you back. Oh, I'm just dead. For sure dead.
The face.
I like Marcy better now.
The face when Marcy tosses you back. You mean a frog?
Oh, dude, that was a toad. Definitely a toad.
That's a frog. Doesn't even look real, honestly. Like, it's like some kid made it out of clay and like just slapped some googly eyes on it. An Ag Scepter now for TB. Oh man.
I mean, he's got to spend his money somehow. His net worth's way too high, right? So, still doesn't have the Demon Zeal, but he does have to be careful with getting bursted down. So, popping that to lose some current health, a little bit spooky. Although I gotta say, it seems like it would be nice right now. Now that he doesn't have boots, he can get around a bit quicker.
Oh boy, this Mirana's not looking very good right now. Atos has the Wind Waker.
Oh,
does manage to survive. All right, Desire. Okay, I take it back. That was dope. Let's go.
Wind Waker is a very good escape item. It's very expensive, and you can save your allies from with it. But boy, it's so good at getting away. You can like get like 600 units separation plus Yules, guaranteed blink after basically. But ultimately, that's gonna be rough.
That is indeed. You can see they're standing outside the pit. Spartan goes in. It's still gonna be an Aegis for Otakar, and they're gonna. Oh boy, they lose 11. He's got buyback though, and now Spartan is just gonna take a bath and all of this damage as they do manage to put some damage though over into the base with the ratting. So.
Oh, they were still on the ground. There was just too much shit in there. I couldn't even see them.
Okay, all right, that's a lot of damage as they get the jump on the Crystal Maiden this time around. Got the data list completed for Templar Assassin, but they've got to get out of there.
I think they assumed that they were too late. Like the Aegis got picked up so fast that And they kept running around, but yeah, he pinged it after. He's like, oh god, it was right there on the ground. That's what he wanted. He could have gotten the free eggs blessing, picked up the cheese as well, but instead, nothing. 2 deaths. But they can't kill a TB Aegis. It's just too hard. They're struggling to kill him 1 time, so they had to try to take it, but didn't work out.
18K net worth lead, 51 minutes in now. Did manage to crack the base, but bit of a desperation play, feels like, from the side of Brame. They've got buyback on 11, and again, Nubito, he's back. He's continuing to do the split pushing. Gets to
Yeah,
Brame.
it's very good.
Creeping forward gradually here. They're going to just go for the towers. Open to force back the buyback, so this is going to be the fortification used. There's the buyback now from 11. Jump forward. Now from Thug. He's going to poke a little bit, get the silence, get the Dream Coil, get the roar. But look at this damage again. They're leashed up, but they don't feel like they want to leave at all. Follow up with another roar. They need to get enough damage down. It just doesn't feel like they have it here as they just continue to chew through the side of Brame. Nubito trying everything he can, trying to stay alive, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a victory here for Into the Breach.
Great win from them. Definitely not